First, the humble beginnings of the Grand Old Party. Ahead of tomorrow's start of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Stephanie Rodriguez visits a national historic landmark, the Little White Schoolhouse in Ripon, Wisconsin, where the GOP was founded.
It was in these four walls one cold day in 1854 that the Grand Old Party laid roots.
Congressmen, historians, presidents have declared that this is the birthplace of the Republican Party.
Mandy Kimes is the executive director of the Ripon Chamber of Commerce. Her team operates the Little White Schoolhouse, where children learn and where the community gathered to discuss important issues, notably the abolition of slavery.
They knew that it was a moral evil, but they also knew it was an economic threat because they were here as frontiersmen and they wanted to live out the great American dream.
After the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which allowed the two states to be open to slavery, passed in 1854, a group of Ripon residents met here to form a new organization opposing it.
They debated, they talked, all these political parties were represented, but at the end of the night, they all declared that they were now Republicans, and that was the first local meeting of the Republican Party.
9 years later, the first Republican president, Abraham Lincoln, signed the Emancipation Proclamation, ending slavery.
A lot of people don't really know what it means to be the birthplace of the Republican Party, and that word and that sentiment has changed over the years. But when you look at the history, it means that this is a place where people really care, where they really are active citizens that are involved in their issues of their community, and where they're willing to take a stand against things that are worth taking a stand for.
Since then, the party has evolved, and the Little White Schoolhouse has moved around the tiny community of Ripon. But the impact it made on American politics is preserved through the nonpartisan museum's work.
Political parties are groups of people organizing around certain issues. And so the issues of 1854 and the party of Abraham Lincoln in 1860 are much different than the issues that our country is facing today. And so when you learn about the history that happened here, it really teaches young people to become active citizens and to get engaged in their world.
Open from Memorial Day to Labor Day, the Little White Schoolhouse offers free admission, so anyone interested in seeing its history in person can stop by.
It's really cool when someone comes and they don't think they're going to be interested and they don't imagine that there'll be anything that they're going to take away from that experience, but they do.
If you can't make it to Ripon, the museum will be bringing a miniature version of the building to Milwaukee for the RNC to share more about the party's beginnings with the world.
It's so cool that some people in a very ordinary place, very ordinary people, were able to start something and light a match. We say the spark was lit, and it carried on across the nation. And so we really believe that small people can make a difference.